You all are very welcome to the chemistry part. So today IUPAC nomenclature video number 2. Okay guys. So IUPAC nomenclature for cyclic compounds. So very important in IUPAC nomenclature. So nomenclature for cyclic compounds. So before going to that video, you must know how to write the name for giving the organic compound. So you should follow the simple tree. So secondary prefix plus primary prefix plus root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. You will just follow this trick. Look at this one. What about secondary prefix? What about secondary prefix? Secondary prefix. What about primary prefix? The secondary prefix which indicates substituents, always you will just write the name of the substituents. So that is indicated by the secondary prefix. Pre means preferred. Pre means you must write. So the starting. So prefix means preferred one. So always secondary substituent. So which is the most preferable one, which indicates the substituents. Methyl, ethyl, propyl, bromo, chloro, iodo, fluoro, nitro, nitroso. So these all are substituents. And next one, primary prefix. The primary prefix which indicates the nature of the compound, whether it is a cyclic nature or acyclic in nature. The compound may be in cyclic in nature or in normal straight chain compound. That is indicated by the primary prefix. The primary prefix which indicates the nature of the compound, whether the given organic compound is present in cyclic nature or present in straight chain. That is indicated by the primary prefix. Next one, root word. You know that one. So the root word which indicates the number of carbon atoms present in your parental chain, number of carbon atoms present in longest chain. So for 1 carbon meth, 2 eth, prop 3, so but 4, pent 5, hex 6, hept 7, oct, non, dec. So the number of carbon atoms which indicates by the root word. Next one guys. So primary suffix. What about primary suffix? The primary suffix which indicates the nature of the organic compound. Between the carbon and carbon, when you have the single bond, the primary suffix is nothing but A. When you have the double bond between the 2 carbon atoms, so that is nothing but E. When triple bond is present between the carbon atoms, nothing but I. That means the primary suffix which indicates the whether the given organic compound is saturated or unsaturated, that is indicated by the primary suffix. Next, last but not least, our hero, secondary suffix which indicates nature of the organic compound, whether the compound is acidic or basic or neutral, that is indicated by the secondary suffix. Why? Because secondary suffix which indicates the nature of the functional group. When you have the carboxylic acid as a functional group, the total nature of the organic compound is acidic in nature. When you have alcohol as a functional group, again the total nature of the organic compound is acidic in nature. So that indicates by the secondary suffix. When OH is secondary suffix, the last word is ol. When aldehydes are your functional group, the secondary suffix is nothing but al. Carboxylic acid, secondary suffix is oic acid. Amides, amide. Acid halides, ol halide. Acid chloride, ol chloride. So these are secondary suffixes. You will just follow this trick to write the name of the given organic compound. So secondary prefix, primary prefix, root word, primary suffix and secondary suffix. Okay guys? Okay. Go for the cyclic compounds. The given compound is like this. First one, secondary prefix. Secondary prefix which indicates the substituents, but there is no substituents present on this compound. There is no secondary prefix. Second one is primary prefix. Primary prefix which indicates whether the given compound is cyclic in nature or acyclic in nature. Which is a cyclic in nature, that means cyclo, that means primary prefix is present, cyclo, plus next one is a root word. The total number of carbon atoms present in the given organic compound is 3. That means prop is a root word. And next one is so primary suffix which indicates whether the given compound is saturated or unsaturated. So maybe between the carbon and carbon single bonds are present, which may be the saturated. That means ane plus ane. There is no hero. That means there is no secondary. There is no secondary suffix. So the total name of this compound, cyclopropane. Cyclopropane. You know that I am a very good singer. Okay guys. So cyclopropane. And next one, look at this compound. So cyclo, total number of carbon atoms are 4, and between the carbon and carbon single bond is present, cyclobutane. What happened when you have the organic compound is like this, cyclopentane. And next one, when you have the substituent like this, first you should tell the name of the substituent. That is nothing but secondary prefix. So methyl is a substituent. So 1-methyl cyclopentane or simply methyl cyclopentane. Why? Because there is no other substituent is present on this given organic compound. So methyl cyclopropane. When you have more than one substituent like this, again you must follow lowest sum rule. So if numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3. And the numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3. So on the first carbon and third carbon, 2 substituents are present. More importantly, both these substituents are same. That is nothing but methyl. 1, 3 dimethyl. 1, 3 dimethyl cyclopentane. And next compound is like this. Again, if numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3. If numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3. Sum is same, but substituents are different. One is methyl, second one is ethyl. Then what happened? What will we do? Follow alphabetical order. Is it right? Okay. So then you must give the first number to the ethyl group, third number to the methyl group. And also, you should tell the name of the organic compound with alphabetical in nature. Alphabetical order. 1-ethyl, 3-methyl, cyclopentane. 1-ethyl, 3-methyl, cyclopentane. That is a correct IUPAC nomenclature for this compound. 1-methyl, 3-ethyl. That is a wrong one. Okay guys? Okay. And next one. Look at this compound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our cyclic ring contains 6 carbon atoms and side chain may contains 5 carbon atoms. Look at this example. According to the IUPAC basic rules, rule number 1, select the longest chain. According to that rule, the cyclic ring contains 6 carbon atoms and the side chain contains 5 carbon atoms. That means cyclic ring, which is your parental chain, the side chain, which is the substituent, and more importantly, 5 carbon atoms are present in the substituent. So that is nothing but ethyl. So 1-ethyl cyclohexane, simply ethyl cyclohexane. Look at this example. Cyclohexane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at this example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cyclic ring contains 6 carbon atoms, but side chain may contains total 7 carbon atoms. According to the IUPAC basic rule, parental chain should contains maximum number of carbon atoms. That should be your parental chain. That should be your longest chain. Is it clear? Is it clear? So that means the side chain is your parental chain. The cyclic ring should be substituent. The substituent always gets the least number. That means numbering starts from this carbon. On the first carbon, you will just have cyclic ring. One cyclohexyl. One cyclohexyl. If it is a parental chain, cyclohexane. When it is present as substituent, cyclohexyl. One cyclohexyl. Heptane. Heptane. Hept means 7 carbons. Air means between the carbon and carbon single bond is present. Heptane. One cyclohexyl heptane. Okay guys? You love this topic. Next one. When you take the same example, I know your doubt. When you have the same example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at this one. Cyclic ring contains 6 carbon atoms as well as your side chain may also contain 6 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then which is your parental chain? Why? Simple one guys. So we have the degree of unsaturation. One cyclic ring is nothing but one double bond. When you have the 2 cyclic rings, degree of unsaturation equal to 2. When you have the degree of unsaturation 3, that means they may contain 3 cyclic rings or 1 triple bond or 1 cyclic ring and 2 double bonds. So according to the degree of unsaturation, the cyclic ring means nothing but which is 1 double bond, which is equal to 1 double bond. Double bond always gets the priority when compared with the single bonds. That means same number of carbon atoms present in cyclic ring as well as side chain. Cyclic ring always gets the more priority, which is always your parental chain. Cyclic ring is always your parental chain. So that means hexyl. So which is nothing but hexyl, cyclohexane. Okay guys. So hexyl cyclohexane, which is your parental chain. Same number of carbon atoms present in side chain as well as cyclic ring. Cyclic ring is always your parental chain. Side chain is always your substituent. Substituent, which is nothing but hexyl, which may be present on the first carbon. So 1 hexyl cyclohexane or simply hexyl cyclohexane. Okay guys, you love this topic, okay? And next one. Next one. Look at this one. 2 cyclic rings. Again same phenomena. The maximum number of carbon atoms present in this cyclic ring, so which is 6 one, and which is a 3-membered ring. So this should be your parental chain. And the first carbon, cyclopropyl, which is present as a substituent. 1 cyclopropyl, cyclohexane. 1 cyclopropyl, cyclohexane. Okay guys. And next example. Look at this example. Ethyl, methyl, propyl. Look at this example. When the different type of substituents are same kind of substituents present in unequivalent position, numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 plus 2 plus 4. If numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 plus 3 plus 4. So you must follow lowest sum rule. You should follow lowest sum rule. Why? Because substituents are present in unequivalent position. When all the substituents are present in equivalent position, then you must follow the alphabetical order. So numbering starts from this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 plus 2 plus 4. 1 plus 2 plus 4. But when you write the name of the given organic compound, you should follow alphabetical order. So which is a ethyl, which is a propyl P, which is a methyl M. So 1 ethyl, 2 methyl, 4 propyl, cyclohexane. That is the correct name. And next one. Look at this example. Cl. What about this example? Both the groups are same. Both are chlorines. Both are substituents. Halogens are always substituents. They are not functional groups. So both the same substituent, but they are present with different wedges, which is a broken wedge, which is a solid wedge. So both are present with different wedges. Then that means both are trans to each other. The name of this compound is, first you should write trans. Why? Because both are opposite to each other. Trans 1,2-dichloro, 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 cyclohexane, 1,2-dichlorocyclohexane. This is the correct name for this compound. Look at this one. Cl. In this example, both the chlorine atoms are present with the same wedge, solid wedge. That means two chlorine atoms are cis to each other. 1,2-dichloro, cis 1,2-dichloro cyclopentane. That is the correct name, IUPAC name. Okay guys. Next one. Important rule. Important point. Look at this one. What is the correct name for this compound? You love this one. What is the correct name for this organic compound? Look at this one. The cyclic ring may contain 6 carbon atoms and side chain may contains 1, 2, 3, only 3 carbon atoms. Then what will we do? Remember guys, functional group is our hero. When hero is present, always that is our parental chain. Even it does not contains maximum number of carbon atoms, that is your parental chain. Look at this one, most important one. Look at this one. The side chain may contain 3 carbon atoms. Cyclic ring may contain 6 carbon atoms, but our hero is present in side chain. That means which is not real side chain, which is your parental chain. Even it contains less number of carbon atoms. Why? Because our hero functional group is present. So that means 1, 2, 3 and the second carbon. So OH alcoholic group is present. Always which is your parental chain. Always which is your longest chain. The cyclic ring is in this condition which may be the substituent. And more importantly, numbering starts from this carbon. Why? Because if numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3. Numbering starts from this carbon 1, 2, 3. OH is present on second carbon. When numbering starts either from left hand side or from right side. But when numbering starts from left hand side, substituents gets the least number. Substituent which may be present on the first carbon. That means numbering, you should start the numbering from left hand side. That is the correct numbering. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. First you should tell the name of the substituent. 1-cyclohexyl. 1-cyclohexyl. Propane. Ol. That means propanol. 1 cyclohexyl propanol. Which propanol? 2 propanol. So 1 cyclohexyl 2 propanol. That is the correct name for this organic compound. So you love this topic. So nomenclature of cycloalkanes. If you have any doubts, so post in comment section. Okay guys, in next UPSC video, we'll just discuss about the functional groups, double bonds, triple bonds. When you have so both double bond and triple bond present in the same organic compound, what happened, which is a most priority group. So that we'll discuss in next video. You love this topic, share and comments in post section. Okay guys.